Welcome everyone to the SmackDown Wrestling Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
So we're back in the gaming vault just now purely for a couple of reasons that we have to work towards. So just now we're back here and it's going to probably be like that for the foreseeable future. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook. You'll see all the WWE pictures I've just put up from the last two events. And I don't know where to start. I honestly don't know where to start.
Well, you were there.
I know.
But see, before we start with the RAW and Smackdown, I went to see William Regal on Saturday.
Talk about that. Let's hear something. I want to hear something nice before I fucking rant.
Oh, he was great as always. The second time I've seen him, it's just a lovely guy, and he had loads of stories to tell. As usual, a couple of the same ones from the first time, but he told them in a different way. Do you remember Dave Taylor, his tag partner? He was explaining that he was on SmackDown together for a while as well.
I can't mind, mate.
Very short while. I don't know if you remember the ladder match, the four-way ladder match that had Eminem, Regal and Dave Taylor, the Hardys and someone else. It was at Armageddon one year, possibly 2005. The one where Joey Mercury got his face messed up with a ladder hitting it.
Aye, I do remember.
Hell of a match. Well, they were in that one, so they were. Anyway, besides the point. Now, they stay in the same town in Georgia, right? Regal's at one end, Dave Taylor's at another. Dave Taylor hates people, so he got like an acre of land. He's out there on his own. And a cult moved in next door. Now, he never specified what cult. He just said it was a cult. They were Christian-based. And it was not exactly the best thing for Dave Taylor, who's a hardcore atheist. And basically, Dave wasn't happy. So he would go out. He's got one of those, the lawnmowers that you sit on. Right? Every Sunday morning when they're doing their thing, he'd go out on the lawnmower and make as much noise as possible, make sure to go over stones and rocks and stuff to make merry a racket. When newspapers got dumped in his yard, he would throw them at their windows and try and smash them and throw it into the garden, just try and make a mess. So the cult, and this cult had been banned from 4 other states, had been denied living in another section of the town near Regal. Right, this cult that everybody's no happy with and kind of scared of put up an 8-foot tall wall to try and keep Dave Taylor out. So he just threw the papers over the wall instead.
Fuck's sake! I mean, I really wanted to go on Saturday. I'm gutted I missed it. I've got a lot of time for William Regal, especially what he done for British wrestling, and the fact that now he is.
He had a great time.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Viper was there as well.
Was Viper there as well? Aye. Was a lot. Aye,
because they had Apple. No, because they were coming back for their tour.
Oh fuck, they were doing south, weren't they?
Because they've been going the build up to Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so. Well, you see, the reason Vipers there, I'll get to in a second. But they had a draw for an NXT belt signed by Regal, which of course I had to enter. She picked the wrong one as far as I'm concerned, because I don't that belt. But it was cool to see her. And it turns out the reason she was still up here is because she was at the tryouts at the High Row.
Oh, cool.
Over the Saturday.
Well, fingers crossed for you, Viper. Fucking, I hope.
Hell yeah, deserve it.
Just give us a wee shout out.
What did you like to see it? She's been having a wee look when bored and stuff.
No, but honestly,
I thought she maybe enjoyed us talking shite.
anything good about that. If we get here Scottish wrestlers getting signed up to the big one, that's amazing.
No, and she's fantastic. Like she could batter me easily, and I'm 6'5" and giant. And she could easily kick ass.
No. See, that's kind of now fucking diffused my anger now.
Well, I'm sorry. So Raw was pish.
Mate.
Let's just go over some stats that I wrote down. In 2 hours, you had
I'll
4
let you
tag
go.
team matches.
I'll let you go first, right? Then I'll fucking go, man. Right, on you go.
3 of which lasted under 2.5 minutes. You had 2 singles matches, one of which lasted less than 3 minutes.
Is this SmackDown?
This is Raw. This is Raw.
Right. Okay.
I timed them.
Right, okay, on you go.
And their first ever Raw in Scotland was mainly talking, more so than usual. And I mean, see when you're going to debut your main show in a new market, right? Especially a place that is, I mean, Glasgow's got an argument right now to be the wrestling capital of Europe, right? I know you've got the likes of London with their great scene with Progress and Lucha Underground and all that. Or, no, not Lucha Underground. The other thing that I went to in the summer that I had a great time with. Lucha something, but I forgot their name. They would hate me if I forgot.
You forgot it.
Anyway,
you forgot
I've totally. Like Stardom visiting stuff like that. And London is a hell of a scene, obviously. Manchester, Preston, King area as well. But there's a fair argument, especially given what ICW are doing, that Glasgow is the place to be for wrestling.
Glasgow is the place to be for wrestling. I totally agree with that.
Which is why, based on the booking, I really do think, especially based on how few matches there were and who were in the matches, that WWE just wanted to run it, claim a sellout, even though it wasn't, because they were still selling tickets on the night for both shows. They claimed it was a sellout anyway, because that's what they do. They just did it to get in before ICW, getting the biggest drawn crowd to the Hydro. Because, as we well know, WWE were lucky if they filled a third of the Hydro when they did their house shows. TNA didn't even get anywhere near it.
TNA could barely fill the fucking Braehead Arena.
Exactly, and they went to the Hydro to tape Impact last year.
That's right, yeah.
I totally believed that this was just to try and beat ICW here, because even if ICW don't come anywhere near a sellout, it's still going to be the biggest grossing indie show in Europe ever.
The fucking... I'll talk about Raw first before I'll get to SmackDown.
Right, of course, but it's just the one thing I was going to say. So you've got this debut, you're doing it out of spite, as far as I'm concerned. And what do you have on your fucking main show? You have the Golden Truth versus the Shining Jobbers.
Yep. Now, it's
a slap in the face to people who paid their £60. It's a slap in the face to people who went out their way to watch it.
Before I get
anyway,
did you see me behind Kevin Owens' belt?
I did squint a bit, aye.
I know you eventually
took a couple of those.
Right, okay. Right. Obviously I was there. I was looking so fucking forward to this because we grew up...
Of course, because how many years have we been saying this? Raw or whatever comes to town, we need to go.
So we grew up as Raw was always... This is before the brand split, right? So Raw was always the main thing to go and see. So when the tickets went on sale and this was advertised, brand split didn't happen. Okay?
Aye.
So when this was advertised, fuck, a live recording of Monday Night Raw. This is the dream of us. I mean, if we don't go to Mania, because like if you go to Mania, you're as well just getting the package for having the new package puts SmackDown in it now. So you're as well gone for the full shebang. You want the full experience. Now,
damn right.
When we got there, let me just get this out first, right? The Hydro's a fucking shambles for anybody with a fucking disability. A disability or fucking...
concerts aren't as bad. Can see like concerts and stand-up. See when you go into... In fact, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Armadillo. The Armadillo's really good for disabled access, right?
Armadillo's really good.
When you go in there, either side you get raised platforms built into the arena, not like added in, just built into the arena for people with disabilities to sit in. They're fantastic. They really take care of you. They make sure you get out all right and all that. Anyway, Hydro, go on you go, sorry.
So, to get the Hydro bit first, right, to give people like an upshot, basically, I'm not going to go into all the fucking details what's wrong with me, but I need either a walker to help me move, or crutches, or a wheelchair.
Let's just say, sorry, when I've seen the picture of you with your crutches and you had a t-shirt saying unstable,
mate,
I had to laugh.
Mate, do you know Marie made that joke to me one day, and I didn't even cut to me, she was laughing at and see after like last night when that picture went up and she told me again, I was like, fuck you, and I've just stuck it on the fucking actually no, it's not on the Facebook page yet, so I'm not going to do it, but no, I'm going to have to, because people know. So aye, so that was, I was like, fuck you, Marie, you know what I mean? It was funny, if you know what I mean. I didn't even think of that. So basically I need to get my crippled arse from the car park to the hydro.
Which
now,
is not,
it's
not
not
a very convenient walk.
No.
Even if you can walk.
So to the first thing, which I thought, alright, okay, they're doing something to help you to get in. The disabled bit was we didn't have to stand in that big ass queue, so we got the side entrance. So because my original tickets were not disabled friendly, I had to change the tickets to basically I'm on the ground floor. So for the nosebleed section, I'm now ground level. Basically where you see the picture, I'm like at least maybe 3 or 4 cars away for the ring, for the seat.
It was pretty good.
It's good seats. So, and that's how I could easily get to the ring, get the pictures taken, and then I just hobbled back. So,
aye,
we were told that you've got to go to the information desk. Okay?
Right.
Right, so as soon as you walk in for the disabled bit, the information desk is the middle. Right? So you can imagine me fucking trying to get there, so a 2-minute walk took 10 minutes to then get told, oh no, you don't come to us, you go to the box office. So then the fucking box office is at the other side of the fucking arena, so there's another 10 minutes, then 20 minutes waiting in a fucking queue to get told, no, it was that place, end up fucking Marie cracked it like fuck, she was gone off her nut. So this was just the start of the night, mate. So we got the tickets changed, and we were in a section where it was for the wheelchairs and stuff like that. And
of course.
And you think they would? I can't really complain about the seats. I wasn't expecting fucking great anyhow. But you got your seats. I could put my crutches under. I could see the show. Now, the show was fucking abysmal. It was a glorified house show. It was a glorified house show. I don't care what anybody says. That was not a great fucking way to show. That was
the worst Raw of the year.
It was
by far.
The only thing it saved it, and people will. I mean, I was listening to Dead on Dave talk about this. I totally agree with him. Right now, if you get a crowd that hijack the show, right? If you take the SummerSlam one, and when that belt got announced, that the red belt, they just turned on the belt. Fuck what was happening in the ring.
Damn right.
Right, so that's the crowd overtaking. That is wrong. The crowd shouldn't overtake a show. But if the crowd overtakes a show in the right way, it can pay off.
Aye, they don't make it about themselves. They still put it over the participants. It's not like, hey, look at your manky belt, look at us talking about it. Oh, we're amazing. So that was not what the crowd was like at all.
The crowd, mate, that was one of the greatest things to experience. The Monday Night Raw,
the highlight of the week.
That
by far.
We were fucking crazy. Do you know what I mean? To the point where you seen the performers didn't know what to do when they were on the mics. Like, holy fuck, man! And it's not even like, Charlotte, she's shines, you know. That just proved Mary a point. She actually seen her live, mate.
Oh, she couldn't handle the crowd.
She couldn't handle it. Mate, she is fucking abysmal in the ring.
Oh, she's dangerous.
Abysmal. And on top of that, right,
what I was saying though, when she gets too into what she's doing, she becomes dangerous, or more so. You seen what happened to poor Sasha at SummerSlam? You broke her.
Well,
but she did break her. Sasha had to drop the belt.
The thing, like we noticed on the the Tron. I was surprised they broke the Tron, mate, because like I remember you messaged me saying, like the day in London, like they'll put a fucking phone booths or a taxi.
Taxi in the
Or
phone
a
box
fucking
and blah, blah,
junkie in
blah.
the corner with a fucking bottle of Buckfast or something.
Aye, maybe a couple of needles and a pile of smack.
Aye, the fact it was the Tron, I was like, wow.
A baby crawling on the roof.
Oh, fuck. I mean, that's Edinburgh. Fucking, see, as soon as I seen the Tron, mate, I was like, wow, right, okay, they're gone legit. And then when it was, like, the start it came out, the crowd was fucking, we were great, and, like, we were enjoying it. Great to see Jericho and that. And then you had your cruiserweight match, fuck out to write home about. Basically, fucking no daft stole the fucking.
It was great to see Good Rangers man debut. I thought they were going to do the whole it's your hometown, so we're going to make a fully, but they let him go over Kendrick. The tag match was fucking waste of time. See if you're going to debut somebody like that, they don't even need to put him in with Kendrick. But the problem is, there's no heels.
No.
In the cruiserweight division, Kendrick, the teams they use don't count because nobody knows a thing about them.
Right, so I've seen now, mate, how they changed the ropes. Right, it's tape.
Aye.
It's tape. I didn't know that. So but this is the thing. It's not even like, see, like, we were going to do the podcast, like we normally do for Raw and Smackdown, but because of the crazy fucking times to get there, it was no point. So we had to try and do like 2 of the day, and then the more I was thinking about it, it's like, well, after what last night was, this is going to be it's not going to be a short podcast, but for 2 shows in one podcast, this is going to be fucking short, because there was fuck all.
Special second week in a row.
There is fuck all. Honestly, it was so piss poor.
I know, I've tried to make my notes, but most of the stuff is me moaning about how they've continually made enough of things. Like, see a Fatal 5-way, that's not a thing. Doesn't matter how many times you see it. There's no such match as a Fatal 5-way.
It's always Fatal 4.
Because it sounds stupid. See? Aye, exactly. And then, if it's any more than that, it's a 5-man match.
It's a 5-man match, that's it. 5-man match or a 5-man brawl.
No, nothing fatal about it.
So,
by the way, I did enjoy treated Roman.
Oh,
and he even pounded it out on commentary. Which I was surprised at.
Well, see, I've no listened or watched anything, mate. I
wouldn't blame you at all.
So I've still not seen the end of the main event, same as last night, purely because I've got to get back to like the car with my wife. So I just read it. But did they turn us down for the boos against Roman Reigns?
They did not.
No, right, mate.
I think what's happened is they looked at it, they heard how loud it was, and they've went, there's no fucking point even trying.
Mate, we were fucking.
It was too loud to mute properly.
So the matches, honestly, fuck, mate. There's nothing you can talk about the matches that were like, wow, okay.
No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Short sight match.
It was all talk. Fair enough, they done a good way to build up for Survivor Series, better than what they did for Hell in a Cell. I'll give them that much.
Right, see every single Survivor Series team, all 6 of them, every single one of them, there's dissent amongst them. There's nothing they don't get. They're all fucking brawling or arguing with each other, and it's really fucking boring.
There was nothing. And
you've got 2 shows filled with that.
Mate, honestly,
have a team get along. It's something different.
Mate, it was Wrestling 101, and when the tagged one came out, the club, as much as I love the club, they are boring as fuck. They are boring as fuck. It's not their fault.
They're just getting thick.
Golden Truth should never have been there. And then they'll know they're new because it's the fucking Shining Jobbers. But then again, who else can fucking go into it? So it's like, well, you should have just left it as a fucking Golden Truth. So then, then it's like the New Day come out. People complained about
the New Day stuff was entertaining.
I genuinely don't like them. I genuinely.
They knew they're all into it anyway.
It was like the crowd loved it. The thing I found fucking funny, mate, and I say to you, I've got to stay away from the fucking thing because it's a drug. The WWE Facebook I can tell you this
Aye.
just now, right? If anybody listens and they read that shit, it's not fucking racist and them wearing kilts and having fun at us. We found that funny. You know what I mean? It's like, get a fucking grip.
Aye, dressed up, tapping, blah blah blah.
Aye, so it wasn't embarrassing and it wasn't fucking racist. It was
No, it's not wrong,
fucking
mate. I thought it was quite
entertaining.
amusing.
So,
I will say one thing, they had a big opportunity they could have taken advantage of. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. They should have been all over that.
I think they
They won me.
forgot. And the other thing,
Good, yeah.
the thing I did find funny, and the crowd bought into the crowd, I mean, people were saying it was embarrassing, and this is what
I didn't get that at all. Quite enjoyed that.
this is the thing, if you get Scottish mentality, we kind of poke fun at ourselves. With that classic saying, if you train spotting it's shite being Scottish, it's
Aye.
funny. And like when Big E was doing the Braveheart speech and he fucked up, he
That
knew
was
it
so
was but it was
amusing.
funny.
Played it for laughs though,
Yeah.
and he totally pulled it off.
He pulled
So, what's the deal with your accent? Are you a pirate? Aye!
See, if they tried that anywhere else, that would have fucking flopped. The fact
Oh,
that
they totally bombed that.
the crowd was still laughing,
Aye.
he won it. So there you go. There's nothing you can say they done wrong.
Right. Also, I want to give a wee shout out to Enzo because that was his best promo so far when he was shouting at Sheamus. You know, like, daft hair, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And then, dying alone, how you doing? It's a grim reality. You're going to need to face it.
See, this is where I was pissed, mate. You had all these superstars in the ring, right? And then, right, fair enough, you got the New Day versus the Club One, and then you got the Golden Truth versus the Shining Jobbers, which they made into a story. But I did not want to see that. I'd rather
No.
the paid
You
the
want to
money.
see
You want to see Cesaro wrestle, or even Enzo. As much as I'm not a fan of they two, see them wrestle. That's the guys you
Aye.
want to fucking see. And this is when I'll get to fucking SmackDown, by the way. So
Oh, 2 seconds, he's phoning again. Hello. Hello.
hello.
If I ever meet Richard Branson, and you can leave this in the edit, if I ever meet Richard Branson, I'm going to punch him in the cock.
Cock punch. Hashtag
Aye.
fucking cock punch. It's
He
getting
was
left
on the
in.
ground going, oh, my cock. I'm going to boot him right square in the fucking jaw.
Just come stomp him, mate.
And then I'm going to take his wallet.
Share.
I'm going to go and use the contactless things and buy shite.
Oh,
Fucking chewing gum. I don't want chewing gum. I'll throw it at a tramp. I'll just cost him money, the prick.
oh. And I thought Sky was bad.
Sky, like, the thing about Sky, their telly is laid out in a user-friendly way. Their internet's bollocks and very slow.
Oh, yes.
Very slow.
Yes, it is.
But it's consistent.
Aye, so where were we? Aye, tag teams.
Enzo, tag
Aye,
teams,
aye, aye.
Cesaro.
So it's like, this is where, like, money worth for me, mate. I never got my money's worth because it's like,
Definitely not.
you got all this, all the talking, you got the fatal fucking. We'll talk about the women's bit before I get to the fatal 5-way.
Yeah.
The women's bit was. See if it wasn't for the crowd again.
They've died in its arse.
That died in its arse. The Alicia Fox, fucking.
I like her, and I'm glad she's there, but she did not. She can't talk. She looks pretty. She's great when she plays a psycho, but she can't just talk in her mind.
Mate, she fucked up, and I don't know if it's because of how bad we were. Like, we were fucking crazy, and the fact that it was.
I don't think it was at all. I think it's just because she's not had a live mic, for years. And that's not an exaggeration. Years.
But the Bailey thing was amazing. That was brilliant, and the fact
Did you see her tweet?
I seen her tweet. I thought it was amazing. It was just it's one of the things when you actually look back at it and you go, do you know what? That would have made her night because all the places she's went, it's like, oh fuck, right, okay, and she's trying to talk. It's like, fuck, I can't do it because you're just going to keep going louder and louder. Charlotte just couldn't handle it.
She lost all control. She did not know what to do, and it took Sasha coming out to do it.
There was one point when you looked at the drawing, it looked like she was trying her best not to laugh. Because it was...
It wasn't even that. She looked totally lost. Like, there's ways to deal with the crowd. If you're a heel, you get them to go louder, then you shout over them, and you ignore them. You change your speech up. Like, it's basic acting stuff. Like, if you talk slowly, and they start going what in between sentences, you change how you talk. Like, you'll go a bit faster. You'll change where the breaks are and what you're saying.
The best person to watch for fucking promos was Austin. He could diffuse a crowd, reignite the crowd, and he done it.
Same with The Rock.
Aye,
and I don't understand. See if you work for WWE. In fact, even if you don't, see even if you're just a wrestler who wants to get good, go on the network, watch their stuff, take notes. She needs to do this.
She did not know what to do, mate.
No.
And I love the fact that even Sasha went totally off and joined in.
Well, that's where Sasha's smart, because she saw that everything else that Charlotte had tried to do didn't work. Charlotte was lost. She comes out, she joins in, the crowd cheer, she goes on with a promo, we gave them a chance to jump in.
That's
all you had to do.
That was it. Match, nothing much to write home about.
It was seconds long. Seconds!
So then you get the Fatal 5-Way. At that point,
a 5-way.
I was leaving.
Can I just ask? There was a backstage segment between. I think it was Goldust and R-Truth talking about the timeshare stuff. Like, did they show that while you were there?
Yeah, right. See what they do. Right, see for the backstage segments. They show you
just got the drawing. Right.
So that's how we knew what was happening. Like, how there was a story to that.
But how many people in that arena know who Jimmy Buffett is?
Well, that was the thing. I said that to Marie. Why make a comment like that?
Exactly. When you're in a country where that guy's not known. The only reason I know that guy, right, is fucking Rock Band, because they put one of his songs in for a laugh. And it was actually quite catchy. Margaritaville.
Was it South Park I heard him for?
Aye, he's been in South Park as well.
It was South Park I heard him for.
Hunter, and even in The Simpsons years and years ago they had that Mary Poppins knockoff singing Margaritaville. But that's not the point. The point is, your average punter who goes to a wrestling show in the UK, they don't have a fucking clue who Jimmy Buffett is.
No,
I'm asking you to use local references. There's no point.
I said that to Marie. I said that was pointless, because
it's not going to get a pop. It's just going to make you look like an asshole.
Nobody cared. Who won the main event? Was it Owens?
Sorry, just before that. But then you look at the promo, the tag team promo. Sheamus calls one of them Ramsey Nesbitt because he's dressed like a fucking tramp.
Mate,
it got a pop.
Mate, Sheamus was brilliant because obviously he's from Ireland. He knows some of the lingo, so hitting it with the gyro stuff, and it's like, mate, fucking.
Well, he used to wrestle here.
I mean, the stuff was brilliant. The stuff was brilliant.
Aye, there was also another wee note. At one point, he throws his hands out and he catches Cesaro in the face, and then sees Cesaro showing that why this guy should he be stuck, spinning these wheels in a tag team. Gets hit in the face. He grabs his mic up and he goes, "Hit me again, see what happens."
Aye, I mean, it was. They went off a storyline. I mean, it was accidental, and it's like, wow, right, okay, I'll keep this going.
Improvised, boom, straight away. It was great.
They guys should not be a fucking tag team. They two guys should be fighting constantly. Constantly, two guys should be fighting.
They shouldn't be stuck spinning their wheels in the mid card. They're clearly far more capable than that. Both of them can improvise. Sheamus, when motivated, can put on a good brawling match. Cesaro, I don't even have the words for how fantastic that guy is. He's hands down the best guy overall that they've got, and he's not getting the chance to show it. And secondly about Cesaro, he's a good Rangers man.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that there. Who won the main event?
It was actually a weird finish because Jericho goes down to a shite pedigree.
Right.
KO's fighting Roman. Roman Superman punches him and KO falls in Jericho and wins.
Right, so that's it. I know the dark event was...
The dark event? That sounds racist.
The dark show. The dark match.
The dark show, is that minstrels, aye? Daddy. Daddy.
How many flags can I get now?
Daddy. Oh, daddy.
Hashtag dark event. Hashtag that. I know, like, so Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and
Something that everybody will be talking about.
what?
Lana.
What did I miss?
Lana.
Oh fuck, Lana and Sammy's.
Before you say it, her opening line was by far the best of this week. She comes out, the crowd go mad, she's looking amazing, she's dressed in her tartan. Thank you very much, but I do not need the support of this pathetic village.
Mate, I was pissing myself. The crowd were howling.
Aye.
I totally forgot all about that, mate, because that's how much this was so forgettable.
But that was the best line of the week on either show, and then she fucks it by going on to autopilot and saying America.
Right. Now, there was so, and I messaged you this, right, because like there was people saying, no, she meant it. She did. Fucking didn't mean it, and now it's came out, she didn't mean it. But
as she said at the time, the dead giveaway for it was after she said her line, she paused it, she had that look in her face.
Her face, now she'd done it again. But what I do like, and like you said, she was a pro and she kept going. See, even her Twitter, when she said, like, she knew she botched that.
Yeah.
But she went as a pro again and just said, you don't even need to be compared to this and that. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
she's brilliant.
She's brilliant.
She's a wee screw up, but you know, it was a screw up. And again, this is why I'd be raging. Rusev comes out. Now, see, if I pay my money for Raw, Rusev's one of the men I want to see. Sammy's one of the men I want to see.
They two were good.
And on the same match, I was like, oh, finally, something good's going to happen. 2.5 minutes later, done.
The two of them were good. For what
could have a great killer, but I don't know if it's because the woman's bit overran or if it was just because
I think it did overrun, mate. Because, like, say the crowd for Sami Zayn was brilliant. They were
a longer match. I wouldn't mind if they took away from the main event because I want to see those two have a good match together.
The crowd were brilliant. So that was basically Raw. I forgot about that. I said forgettable. It's
terrible because those two together could have something really good.
If it wasn't,
and I want to see it.
If it wasn't for that crowd, if it was not for that crowd, that was so forgettable. Honestly, you would not believe.
What's Raw of the year?
So,
and I'm not just saying that because they slapped us on the balls with that show.
So the dark match for what I tell it was Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Jericho comes out, then Enzo and Cass come out. Jericho and Kevin Owens fuck off. So Enzo, Cass and Rollins in the ring pumping up the crowd, and then Jericho and Kevin Owens come back doing a spoof on Enzo and Big Cass. Which I'd like to have seen that. But
I was going to say the last time I saw WWE here, it was last year. Again, at the Hydro, it was a house show. The main event was Dean against Bray in a no DQ. No, not Dean, sorry. Dean had went up against Kane and was atrocious all night. It was Jericho and Wyatt and no DQ match, tables, none of that. But after it, Jericho brought Dean out.
Was this in the
ring?
Aye, they're doing air guitars.
Aye, with the chairs and all that, and he put over Dean, being that this is the best guy for the Shield and all this. And it was great. It was just a fun night. I mean, I didn't mind that too much because the price was alright. It was a fun night. It had alright seats.
House shows I don't mind, mate, because you know what you're getting into.
Aye.
When it's a live event and it's recorded, that should have been fucking better. And I didn't get my money's worth. So,
it was an insult to everybody who went there, as far as I'm concerned. See, if I'd been there, I'd been getting a refund halfway through. Shit hot crowd or no.
Right, now I'm going to go to SmackDown.
Aye.
Right, one thing I want to get straight with the two sets of crowds, right? Raw's crowd, 90% to 95% was guys who age. It grew up. I'd put Attitude Era, the Golden Era, the fucking Ruthless Aggression. Put the brackets in, right? That's that crowd. That's why that crowd is amazing. So, but this is at the time before the brand split. So when the tickets went on sale, we all assumed SmackDown's a house show. So the ticket, or not much a house show, but how it's always that fucking rerun. So you're only
spinning their wheels, same matches for the night before, the usual.
So like Graham said, and I totally agreed with him, it'd be like the families, or just buying tickets, the mum and dads who don't fucking care, get all the Wayne's tickets. They can't get Raw. Oh no, Raw's sold out. You can't get on the telly, but no, you can get on the telly because SmackDown's live. 90% of the crowd last night was children and the mum and dads.
And the kids would do that house show thing of running down to the barrier, I suppose.
Oh, mate, that's when it gets better, right? that I will give credit to the Hydro. And you've seen the post I put up? I fucking loved it, because every house show, if you've not been to one, all the kids will run down, try and get this.
It's really, really tempting to trip them up, but that's not the point here.
Well, last night, no, they were not allowed, and you've seen parents.
Yes!
Well, because it's recorded, but you've seen parents like, why are you not allowed? You're allowed every other year. It's like, no, you're fucking on telly, but this is the Hydro's fucking fault. Hydro should have advertised this. This is going to be recorded.
Hydro should never let it happen at all.
No, what I mean is...
End the main event. They should be allowed to go down to the ringside.
No. What I mean is, see the way the crowd was, mate. Right, this is what I'm saying. This is the Hydro's fault.
Right.
That last night, there was no fucking crowd.
Aye.
That was mate, you could hear a pin drop, right?
I'm not surprised. They came across well on TV, to be fair.
Well, mate, they must have fucking upped the
Get
volume.
Fake cheers out.
Mate, mate, I'm telling you just now, whatever you hear in the telly was not what I fucking heard in the arena. The crowd was shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to the fucking performers, how they have got no charisma to pump up that crowd. There was nobody that could do it. AJ, he's a heel.
AJ's tried his damnedest.
He's a heel, so in a way, he's not really to pump that crowd. He's got to get them hating him. So, and then who you left with? Dean Ambrose is not the best at doing it. Randy Orton's a fucking heel again, but he fucking can't motivate anybody.
Fucking charisma vortex anyway.
Mate, I kid you not, I wished for John Cena last night.
I would have been quite happy if John Cena had been there. That would have blew
the roof off that place. But the crowd was fucking atrocious. The fuck, that's got to be left in. That's your cousin just went on Steam there, and it's just I think that I should really mute some of the parts on my PC. The crowd, like, it was all kids, right? Families, parents who don't care. They'll just go for their wains. So you had your main event start, right? So you had that one match, and I knew instantly, mate, we were in for a bad night because American Alpha's out.
Aye.
Right? So this is where, and I'll tell you the dark matches, this is where it's like, you's fucked up. You's really fucked up. And he's didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they wrestlers must have took the Monday night, but holy fuck, that crowd was brilliant. I wonder what they're going to do tonight. Mate, we were shite. We tried our absolute fucking best. See, like, our age group, our demographic.
Aye.
We could not get that crowd going.
Bizarre, innit? You get those nights, it's so weird to have them in the same town, though. Mate,
it was so bad. To the point where I was in the same section again, right?
Aye.
And fuck me, I hated it. The night before, I loved it. The banter we all had, because as much as, like, if I go to a wrestling event, I hate getting parked next to children. I really do.
Why?
But
Absolutely.
on Monday night, I was next to a boy, right? Mm-hmm. And the boy had a couple of learning difficulties. But you know, he was one of the funniest persons I've listened to, and he actually got the section we were in, like, chanting with him because he knew what he was.
Great.
And he was brilliant, mate. Now, last night, I was parked next to a drunken fucking arsehole who could not fucking stop going, woo! Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Feel that in your video.
Right, mate, I swear to fuck, it didn't stop. And then when it was matches, battle them. It's like, fucking shut up, there's no a UFC fight we're watching. then, and I tell Marie, I'll do you a favour. I will put this on the podcast, right? I'll put this on the podcast. Anybody listening, see if you go to any event, and I'm talking about fucking concerts, wrestling, boxing, anything. See if you're wearing a fucking furry hat, like a panda hat with ears, and there's people behind you. Take it fucking off, you freak of nature. Take it off. Mate, honestly, fuck, what an inconsiderate bastard this lassie was.
Did you not say something to her then?
Marie shifted.
Take your hat off, you cunt.
Marie shifted. She didn't whack, because by that point, she was getting pissed, and I checked, mate, we were bored. I've never been to a wrestling event and been bored.
Jesus Christ. Again, that's a situation where I'm demanding a refund.
Mate, I wish I got a fucking refund.
You should have.
And there's no point talking about the matches because the matches were 2 minutes long.
Oh, I know, I've got my notes here. I can't even bother noting about the matches. Like, it's just weird things that are ruining them. Like, how about fucking Dean calling Glasgow Glasgow, even though nobody else in this tour has done that at all, because they've all been told how to pronounce the city name.
Biggest highlight for me, mate, was Shane McMahon.
Oh, aye, that was great to see him there. I'm surprised. By the way, does Mick Foley have hydrophobia?
I know. He was there Monday.
Was he on Monday? Is he there for ICW? They're in the same venue. It's called the Hydro. Does he have hydrophobia?
Mate, the only thing I found funny was, see, outside the Hydro, there's still a poster advertising him on the ICW.
Oh, but you need to remember, ICW's an indie thing. They can't afford to place everything like that.
I know, but that could be
the honest. Everybody knows Finn's there now because of word of mouth, which is how ICW got there in the first place. You don't need to worry about that.
It could be. You're right. It could be the fact because of ICW, and that's how they didn't bring it to Glasgow.
That's wasting money as far as I'm concerned. Like change the post, they don't need to do it.
Right, so every match, apart from the women's title match.
Can I just also say, Breezango's outfits were fucking hilarious.
Mate, what are they supposed to be?
Right, you're going to love this. So, as you know, they had kilts and half Polish uniforms. They were handing out tickets. They're the fashion police.
Right, I didn't get it. I was like, what the fuck are they?
See the notes they're handing out? They're tickets that say ugly or gross on them. And they give to people that offend them. They look through, there's like a wee net in the front with, hat on the way up high and all that. Trackies, hand it over to them. Gross, ugly.
Right, because I was like, because Marie turned around and me and she went, are they supposed to be like a gay porno?
No. I was the fashion police.
I didn't know. I mean, it's how you okay, the fashion police.
That's how they said it. I think it's fucking amazing.
But every match, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe.
Another thing that you wouldn't know because you've not watched it and there's no point watching it. SmackDown now is a 4-man announce booth. I seen
that. Why?
No, I think Tom Phillips is great. We've been over this the other week. Him and Pound Shop Punk together in NXT are a really good team. Now you've got even less reason for a Tunga to exist.
Why not just take a Tunga away and put Todd Phillips in there?
Exactly, because him and JBL will play off each other pretty well, because he'll have a go at Tom for being a so-called nerd. Tom's learned how to make comebacks now because of the way Corey is with him on NXT. Those two have taught each other a lot. So Tom can get cheeky back to JBL, which will have provoked JBL to do better as Morrow calls it action the way he should.
What I will say, I don't know if it showed you on SmackDown, JBL got a massive fucking pop. I'm talking about...
Aye, they didn't show their entrances, right. I'm assuming that's what you meant.
Aye, he got a massive... He came out full kill.
He looked good. He got a ticket for the fashion police.
He got popped like fuck. We all cheered him for it. The crowd only woke up for Shane McMahon, Ellsworth, and Daniel Bryan, which I missed. I missed that. And I was raging at it, mate, because we were going through it, right? So every other match was shite. There's no point talking about who was in it. I
just say there's one good thing that came out of this week. Baron Corbin's at the Survivor Series match.
Right, so this I didn't want to tell you about. I wanted to let you see it first and
make me happy, and then rewind it and watch him as he fails to make it look convincing over and over again. Do you know what that reminded me? Do you remember Scott Steiner versus Test?
Yes.
And has to sell Scott Steiner jumping off the rope where his foot gave way and he just fell.
Yes.
And he tapped Test's toe and Test went flying up the ramp. Right, remember that?
Yes.
Think of that, but for fun. So he goes, he's supposed to sell that he slipped between the apron and the cover.
And he practically botches it proper.
No, he botched hurting himself because all he did was kneel down and slip gently off. And then he nearly really hurt himself when he landed.
I thought he really hurt himself. That's the thing, because like he fell off and Marie's went, mate, but that's the thing, I was on my phone. This is how much I could not give a fuck.
Why are you going to watch that guy? Why are you going to watch that wee jumping bean wrestling?
And this is where like people might go back and say to me, well, why would you be on your phone? You're there watching a event.
Because Baron Corbin's in the ring. That's why.
You've got to realise, fuck off phone, That crowd in the matches just were fucking awful, to the point where it's like, I want to go home. I genuinely don't want to be here.
I wouldn't have had the patience for it. It's bad enough that you dragged yourself out when you're
I wasn't going to go, mate. I actually offered my tickets to my bra. And Scott's no well, and I was like, do you know what? I'll brave it. Yesterday, mate, I could hardly walk. They 20 minutes walking about in the hydro. Even the day, it took me long enough to actually get up, get ready, and be prepared for the podcast. It's just my legs are just geeing out, and it's like, well, fucking after that.
I know.
When we watched it back, I genuinely thought he botched it, and well, he was meant to do something so like Kalisto then fucking thingies him right into the but he actually hurt himself in the process of it. It's like, you fud.
Well, we can hope.
Well, that was it. But the women's match, it was pointless because
2 months of build up and it was fuck all.
And the only thing right came about is the fact that wasn't the fucking title match. The title match is going to be TLC.
Oh, that was a title match.
No, but what I mean, mate.
They're doing another match
because
his foot was on the rope.
And I guarantee you that match was 10 times better.
Of course it will. They just half-assed it. They phoned it in like everybody else did this week.
It was so bad.
It's an insult to people who bought tickets.
It was so bad, and then before you know it, the main event's upon you. And
no,
I was like,
no. See before that, just as if you hadn't had enough piss during the week, they bring out Apollo Crews and Kurt Hawkins to have a 2-minute match that Hawkins fucking wins.
Let us stress this, we're no joking when we say 2 minutes. It was literally 2 minutes.
1 minute 58. The entrances were longer. People have paid money to be slapped in the face and kicked in the balls like this.
It was a fucking joke. It was, mate. It was so frustrating, insulting as a fan.
I would have been straight to that box office after that shite, and I'd have been getting my cash and I'd have been fucking off once I realised American Alpha were only on the main card. That's
when I knew, mate, it was going that when I get to the dark matches, mate, this is when you know they fucked up. They just buzzed it all up, right?
Aye. Speaking of which, the main event, again, short, shite match.
There was hardly for what I've been told, again, I had to leave. As soon as the main event came, right, I had to go. So I didn't think there was going to be a dark matches, but what pissed me the fuck off, you pay your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know AJ Styles is there. You want to see AJ Styles.
He's advertised. You know he's going to be there.
And what did they have him do?
Technically, he was there, but he wasn't doing it.
Commentate.
Fucking slap in the face again.
Thank you, WWE. You just fucking ruined the months of build-up for me, and then that was what I was left with. So that was the first SmackDown I can honestly turn around and say was shite, and unfortunately it was the one I was at.
That stuff aside, storyline-wise, now Corbin's out the Survivor Series match, and Daniel Bryan's asked to replace him, or find a replacement rather. So he's given a list of every SmackDown star. Now you think Raw's got Braun Strowman on their team? They're going to need somebody that can maybe compete with him. Who's on the team? Or who's on the roster that could possibly do that? There's Luke Harper, who gets along with 2 of the participants in the team already. There's Kane. Yeah, he's a bit older, but he's a big bastard, and he'll put on a show when he's asked to. I mean, when you look down that roster, even like, I know they make a fully on, but Apollo Crews, somebody you can take seriously in a match. He's a short powerhouse. Just when you look at the SmackDown roster and you can see names that jump out at you as obvious choices. By specifically, I mean Harper and Kane in that respect. So what did they do? They put in Shane McMahon, the non-wrestling commissioner of SmackDown. Now, Shane is great. Shane has been consistently a highlight since he's returned. Even though I didn't like the Hell in a Cell match, his performance was amazing. He's been entertaining in the ring. I'm glad he's a regular presence on TV again. I think it's where he belongs. But from a kayfabe standpoint, are you wanting a part-time non-wrestler who's barely there week in, week out to manage his brand to go up against the best of the Red Show?
I know. It's why, man, storyline wise, it's him going against his sister, basically defying his sister.
They don't need him in the match to
That's
get
it.
that story
They don't
over.
need him. I know.
I want to see Luke Harper and Braun Strowman go at it. Two quality big men.
And
I have to say, Braun Strowman has really won me over this past month.
And Ellsworth's the fucking mascot.
Ellsworth's the mascot, which means that we finally get the build to the WrestleMania match we all deserve, which is Ellsworth Strongman 2.
The whole night, mate, the experience, the shit crowd, fucking... It was that bad, mate, right? It was that fucking bad, okay?
Aye.
When I got home, I fucking called the suicide hotline. Right? They told me to do it. That's how bad it was. That's how fucking bad it was.
I was there and all, mate. I've just got the rope round my neck.
Right, so the dark events, right? Like the main event, I'm hashtagging this. Fuck it, I'm bringing it back.
As long as you don't call it like the Porch Monkey special.
Oh, I'm bringing it back.
That's a Clerks 2 joke.
Clerks 2, fucking amazing movie. The main event, if I remember, mate, there was no even finishers, if I'm right. Was it?
I didn't pay any attention.
I don't think there was finishers. I genuinely don't think there was.
That's awful.
I know, like the way the ending was because Ellsworth takes like a fucking stupid funny bump, and then whatever happens, they win. But there was no finishers in the sense where there was no RKO. So what the fuck? It's a house show. Last night was a house show. That was it for the Waynes.
2 nights in a row, slapped in the face.
Yes. So the dark matches, right, and this is where they fucked up, and this is where Raw done a good job advertising for Survivor Series with the teams involved, right?
But again, every single goddamn team, every team has dissension in them. There's no variation in the storyline.
Oh no, they're all the same. Every single one's the same. But
and for 5 hours of wrestling,
what they done was the first dark match was the Hype Bros versus the Usos.
Jesus Christ.
Second dark match, Ziggler versus The Miz.
That must have been alright, surely.
For what I get to, it was really good. But sorry, the dark match wasn't Hype Bros versus Usos. That was main event. They put them on main event for some reason. So it's like
there's an ironic statement,
right? So
they need to film main event because they do superstars at Raw after all.
Aye, no, well they done the 2 first. Superstars was done the 2 matches first, and that's why I was like, what the fuck? And then the final dark match was AJ Styles versus fucking Dean Ambrose, and they did nothing with the crowd after it.
I want to see them again. Like. They work well together, fair enough, but I'm sick of seeing them having matches.
That was basically the upshot of last night, mate. It was embarrassing. There was no charisma for any of the wrestlers to get the crowd going. The crowd were born. 90% was children, so they're just there to fucking hold up their signs and do you know what I mean, and just buy merchandise. The parents don't give a fuck. The genuine demographic of the wrestling fans, like our age, we were lost because there's nothing we could have done. There was one guy at the front I seen, mate, he was fired up for it all, and fair play to the guy because it's like, no, mate, you got your money's worth because you're loving it. I'm sitting here.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody did.
I'm sitting bored as fuck.
You don't pay that kind of money to have your intelligence insulted for hours. You don't do it.
That was bad, mate. It was. I
don't know why Marie didn't say, right, come on, fuck this, we're getting more money back. That seems like she wouldn't be taking this kind of shit. And I know she was probably trying to make the best of it because the both of these are there and you have wanted to see it. And I don't blame you for that for a second, but I would have totally expected her to flip the lid and go, this is shite, and tear them apart.
But after Raw's fucking... Nobody can defend that being an alright show. It was boring as fuck.
No, it was the worst Raw of the year. It was clearly booked deliberately. I do believe sincerely these 2 shows were purely booked to get a bigger audience than ICW into the Hydro ahead of ICW.
I can tell you last night the Hydro was not filled because
it wasn't full on Monday either.
Plenty empty seats on the tap deck. Plenty empty.
Not surprised.
And it's I tried to give SmackDown the benefit of doubt, mate, before we went to it, because I was like, it's been consistently good. And then last night, what the fuck happened?
That's what happened. The election was on. They were in a country they don't give a shit about. That's what happened.
It was so bad, mate, and it was like, do you know what? That is totally... See, if they come back, mate, and I said that to Marie...
I don't think they will, to be honest with you. Again, I think this was just done to get in ahead of ICW and try and show them up, even though what ICW is doing is going to be the better show, and it's more important overall.
I said to Marie, that's that and done. We... See if there's a house show, mate, nah.
I don't blame you at all. It's not worth the effort.
It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the fucking money. Different if you've got Waynes, and like it's good for the Waynes. I totally.
Aye.
I want people to understand that I'm not bashing in that sense, because it's great to take your Waynes, right?
Aye.
But what I'm bashing is the fact that this was fucking televised and we looked it was embarrassing to be there.
Aye.
That was my point. But that's...
No, it's actually, the booking's that bad. If they somehow ever decide to bring a pay-per-view, a non-NXT event here, like one of the B shows or something, they'll never do the Royal Rumble or anything like that. They'll never happen. But if they decide to bring something like Backlash, for example, or maybe a Roadblock or whatever the fuck it's called, I would seriously be looking to avoid it, because I have no reason to think that they'll bother with decent booking.
The only thing I could take away for the 2 nights, mate, was the fact that we go to the Raw, know it in the ring, but see the crowd. That's what I've always wanted to experience. I've never experienced that. It was brilliant, and that I'll hold. But
at least you can say that much. But it was insulting. It was
Tuesday.
Fucking piss take for the money involved.
Tuesday was so bad that it was a house show to me. And I remember the first couple of house shows I went to, and they were all right.
That's the thing though. See, even on a house show, you get a world championship match. You know it's not going to change hands, but it's a world championship match. And
then when you go to that, and this is recorded, and it's like... But this is what I was saying, this is also the Hydro's fault. They should have really made this fucking clear. When everything changed, like the Royal Facebook way of promoting it like fuck. They should have really explained to like the people that didn't know. I didn't think half the parents knew this is getting recorded.
They didn't make a deal. They just assume, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas
why would they should have been making a big deal at the fact, because WWE had never taped here ever. They should have been advertising the shit out of that, and they'd have shifted more tickets for SmackDown.
They
got a better crowd.
They fucked up fucking massively, mate. And out of the 2 shows, I'm just going to combine the 2 scores, and I'm giving it fucking 4 out of 10. Honestly, that's
generous.
That's the 2 of them put together. That's how bad they were. Fucking atrocious, and it's so. It angers me, mate, because it's like I waited so long for that. We waited so long for our Raw to come here to get recorded, and then it's like, wow, that was it. And that's what I was saying, like, see, with house shows, I said to Marie, that's it, I'm done. I am never going to a house show again. If it comes to it, it's the biggie I've got to go to, because I cannot sit with that crowd.
No.
It's no harm to the children, it's no harm to the parents. But after you've waited so long, and then you get the crowd who can do something like that, hijack the show in a funny way, and then...
Even the hijack, it totally added to the show, wasn't it? Like, as you say, that belt reveal.
No, it was one of the best experiences probably the wrestlers will have. And then the next night it was like, wow, what the fuck's happened to you guys? And it's like, well, it's a totally different crowd. It's bad, mate. It's really, really bad. When's ICW?
The 20th, which is the same day as Survivor Series. I cannot emphasise how much that you will enjoy that more. You should go. I really believe you should.
I would love to get tickets, mate, but I think after last night, just purely with the Hydro, the hassle for me, that's kind of fucked me here. That's been a bastard. So But I hope, mate. I know they will, but I hope they blow fucking the 2 shows at the water with one show.
Oh, they will. Absolutely will.
And the fact that the crowd is our age.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, mate, the hydro sounds amazing. Seeing the pyros going
off. I know,
off,
because it's actually, unlike the rest of the SEC, apart from the Armadillo, it's designed for exactly this kind of thing.
I genuinely hope they fucking tear the roof off. I really do, man. And I cannot wait to hear the feedback for it. I can't wait for the podcast the next day, because for what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, you wanted a day one about the ICW Fear and Loathing. So we've got that coming up. We'll have Survivor Series.
I think I'll actually have a busy day there, because there's talk of me doing the Botchamania podcast the same day as well.
Oh,
so we'll see what happens.
No secret interviews there.
Oh, with who?
We need to get an interview.
Which lead setting clips of wrestlers fucking up to video game music, Matthew?
Oh, get him on, mate. Get him on here.
Oh, well, that's what he wants to.
Get him on. Even if
it's a maybe just now, because he's not sure how long he's going to be up here on the Monday for. Let's have a real life to get back to.
Aye, but no, mate. I know that's going to be a busy time for us, because we've got that for you. You have that, and then we have Survivor Series, and then we'll have fucking Raw and Smackdown.
Of course, it's going to be a great time.
Yep. so much for a positive fucking Glaswegian fucking wrestling podcast.
If they do something worth praise, they'll get the praise.
But that's simple. That for anybody that's new and that's listening to us, right, please don't think this is a constant bash we do every week. So I think that we do weeks where we praise to fuck, but you've got to understand, if you watch the 2 shows, they do not deserve
exactly.
it.
We'll call it as we see it. If they do something good, they're the first in line to say, I loved such and such.
Yep.
But this week, it was genuinely unredeemable, and it hurts to say that.
Aye.
Given how long we've waited for it to come here.
Yep. They fucked up. We fucked up last night. There's so many factors in it. It's so bad. Exactly. So bad, and the experience it puts it down. And that's a sad state of affairs there. So anyhow, that's another week again, mate.
We got there in the end, just like Ricky Branson.
At least we're back to normal next week, because we've got no pay-per-views
for a whole week.
We're back to normal for a whole week. So we'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday for the Raw and Smackdown, back in the game, folks.
Until it all goes out the window the week after.
Yep. So always remember, leave a like and sub to the channel, leave any comments, check out the Smacked Up Wrestling Facebook page, where you see some of the photos, some of the videos of Raw and Smackdown with me being there. Martin, I know as soon as we come off this, he's going to stick that picture up. There's nothing I can do about it. Even though I'm a moderator on the channel, but there's no point in me even taking it down, because if I delete it,
it'll go back up.
I've known Martin for over 30 years. I know how he works, so there's no point. And mates, even you come see, actually think about that, mate. Actually, just stick a picture and see when you actually see it in the podcast. I might actually just beat you to it and just stick it. I did just go, there you go. That's what happened. It's a Dean Ambrose t-shirt. It's not just a t-shirt I've got made saying I'm unstable. I just want to state that on clear first. So yeah, so just leave a like and a sub, and check us out on Facebook, and tune in for next week when we're back. So this has been Will.
I've been Martin.
Thanks for listening to the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. Thank you.
Bye.